Welcome back, Wolfpack. Brillis here, Fan Friday. Last one for the week. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Hope you guys have a great week and have had a great week and all those things. And if we look at the team, Articuno, Smeargle lead in doubles. If it's exactly what you think it is, it's about to be one of the most gross things ever. I mean, Smeargle is going to provide that support for the, my guess, Mind Reader Sheer Cold. And then that's just going to lead to a bunch of stupidity and shenanigans. Let's sit back and enjoy. So Charizard Y going to show on the field, Mega Evolution, all sorts of craziness like that. And what else is going to happen? Charizard makes it sunny, going to give Articuno a bad time. Smeargle with the fake out though, going to set up that fake out, cancel out Charizard's go. Alakazam with the Calm Mind. Now Alakazam means business. Going to just try to get that damage set up, starts going for sweeps, whatever. So high special attack for the Alakazam. Charizard got the flinch. Articuno setting up the Tailwind. Okay, this is even more insane than I thought. Smeargle with the Fake Out to set up the Tailwind to get the speed priority on that Dark Void. Oh, that's filthy. So that's going to put both opponents to sleep. Alright. So yeah, Dark Void, just ferocious like that. And are we going to see it? There's the Mind Reader. So you're just helpless at this point. That taking aim at Charizard, Alakazam is fast asleep. Sure, you can switch out, but you know you can't really play that game with Smeargle on the field. And we're about to see. So which draws the Alakazam? Like, you either switch out both of your Pokemon just because you don't know which one's going to like get targeted. You risk getting switched into a Sheer Cold, and then Smeargle's go throughout the Dark Void again. So right there, you know, if you switched out both Pokemon are at risk of going to sleep. Alakazam switched down Mewtwo. Mewtwo's asleep. Mind Reader already set up on that Charizard. And Articuno's just going to go for that Sheer Cold, so ruined. Just like that, Charizard goes down, and I mean, Smeargle, he doesn't care. Like, he can just spam Dark Void until the day is done, and that's going to cause the game to be over. So Alakazam, asleep. Smeargle, speedy, going to throw out that Dark Void. You can't really risk your opponent switching out. Articuno setting up that Mind Reader onto Mewtwo, trying to remove the strong threat on the team. Alakazam stays asleep. But the Tailwind does kind of have a consequence to it, I guess, because you're going to be outspeeding to a degree. Well, actually, it actually works out really well in this case. So Alakazam go to wake up, throw down the Energy Ball. My guess is Smeargle is Focus Sashed anyways, and then Smeargle gets off the Dark Void. What I'm saying is, with the Tailwind, since you're going faster, if they wake up, they're going to get the attack off. But if they wake up, they're getting the attack off anyways because they're going to be faster than Smeargle. So, never mind, doesn't matter. But Articuno going to reset the Tailwind. So Mind Reader got canceled, has to Mind Reader again because it used Mind Reader, didn't get the Sheer Cold, has to set the Tailwind. So this does have a real weird intermediate turn, I guess. But then Smeargle going to use that Spiky Shield to keep itself safe. Mind Reader back on the Mewtwo. And now here comes the Dark Void spam. Here comes the Sheer Cold into Mind Reader spam. Like, it doesn't matter. Mewtwo wakes up, gets the Flamethrower, down arm to Articuno, but Articuno's tanky. Like, you can invest full hit points. I don't think speed matters too much. Maybe even like special defense, defensive. I don't know. And Smeargle also has Destiny Bond. Oh, that's just dirty right there. Because if they do wake up and they try to throw out the attack, remember this is probably a Focus Sash Smeargle. Destiny Bond is going to come out with that speed under Tailwind. And if they go for the knockout or wake up or anything like that, Pokemon are going to get knocked out. That's pretty much what this means. Bitch is going to die because Sheer Cold's knocking out something with Mind Reader. Destiny Bond's setting up on top of that. Tailwind's creating an absurd amount of speed. Scizor, he's not even safe. Like, he can't really go for that Bullet Punch because of the Destiny Bond, and then just gets brought into a Dark Void. So many safe options. Alakazam avoids the attack, already asleep. Scizor falls asleep. Articuno sets up that Mind Reader. And now Alakazam is in trouble. So Alakazam wakes up, going to throw out the Energy Ball. And that's going to hit Smeargle, so Smeargle, that's going to be a knockout. The Destiny Bond isn't in effect anymore, but Scizor's asleep, Alakazam is awake, and we have Articuno setting up that Mind Reader, so, I mean, that's going to be a Sheer Cold. Tailwind peters out, and Infernape hits the field. So this is just ridiculous. So Infernape going to fake out onto the Alakazam, make sure it cannot contest anything. Scizor is going to wake up and go for the Substitute. Interesting call, but I don't really think it matters too much. Like, Articuno's going to Sheer Cold. Scizor could have Bullet Punched, but then it gets blown up by a Flare Blitz. So I guess it was just trying to do whatever it could to keep it alive, since Alakazam's not really getting too much done anyway. And I mean, that's just game. You're going to break through that substitute at some point. You have an Infernape versus a Scizor and another Pokemon on backup. And Infernape just going throughout the Fire Punch. Also, Scizor doesn't have to pay attention to Articuno right now. Articuno can't really do too much except maybe set up a Tailwind. But goes for the Aerial Ace onto the Infernape. Not enough damage to knock it out. And then we're going to... Oh, eject button. So even more shenanigans. It's fake out left and right. It's fire coverage all over the place. You have just insanity, and then into a Sableye after the Destiny Bond and Mind Reader Sheer Cold shenanigans. Scizor avoids the Sheer Cold, so we don't get the Tailwind set up. But then Burn is knocking out Articuno. That's Sableye and Infernape versus a Scizor. That game is done. And now we just kind of get to watch it play out. But whoa! Just so many options. And like the opponent kind of had a decent team of getting around it, but it still wasn't enough. So, just ridiculous. Now I'm trying to figure out how to get around the Tailwind part of it, because Mind Reader having to reset for the Tailwind, kind of risky, maybe just throwing out a Sheer Cold and then resetting. I don't know, but at least it's going to work. It's going to put Pokemon to sleep. It's going to mean your opponent can't really switch out unless they want their whole team asleep, and they have to give up the KO, and then they have to like have rocks. If they don't have rocks, Articuno is going to tear them up, and that's going to be game right there. That Fire Punch, it's Scizor's Burn, there's no options, and that's going to be GG. So I hope you guys enjoyed the Fan Fridays. I've already said that, but I'll say it again. Remember to submit your battles in this video, and have a nice day, all sorts of things like that. So cool victory, cool strategy, and I hope you all have a good weekend, and have a nice day.